So that is Congressman James Comer, chair of the House Oversight Committee, Republican of Kentucky. And thanks to him and that great committee, we know some things that we did not know just a few short months ago. Number one, all the money coming into the Bidens. Take a look at these numbers. From Ukraine, $17 million to the Biden family. China, how much money? At least, may we have China? Yeah, $3 million. The list goes on. Romania, money from Romania, crazy stuff. And it's going to grandchildren, it's going to nieces, nephews, ex-girlfriends, girlfriends. It's just, it's really, really strange. And we also have the aliases that Joe Biden has been using. What is up with that, huh? On official vice presidential business. Anyway, welcome back, Congressman Comer. What's new?
Well, you mentioned the pseudonyms. The fact that he had pseudonyms isn't really the biggest story here. The biggest story is the fact that he was copying Hunter Biden on those emails that were written with pseudonyms. So we think that there are many more emails that National Archives is sitting on that not only Joe Biden was using pseudonyms, but that he was copying his son Hunter on. Now, this is important because Joe Biden, first of all, said he never knew his son was on the board of Burisma until after the fact. But then he said there was a wall between the government and his son. They never discussed business or anything like that. Well, what we're finding is not only did they discuss business, they discussed strategy. They discussed when they were going to meet with these people. They discussed what the narrative was going to be, how they were going to lie to the American people when word got out that they were being investigated for corruption in Ukraine and being investigated for tax crimes and things like that. There was never a wall between Joe Biden and his family's shady business dealings. And I think what we're going to find is Joe Biden not only knew about them, but Joe Biden was the ringleader in all of the crimes that his family's committed.
So, let's face it, if this were uncovered about the Trumps, it would have been resignation watch, right? I mean, and this is, I mean, I think you've used the phrase before, money laundering. I mean, this is a money laundering scheme. It's obvious, yet it seems like we're having trouble. You're not having trouble, but the country, the culture, the media taking this to the next step. And I know Matt Gaetz wants to make this an impeachment thing like yesterday. Is that fake news that we're feeling not as much momentum as, I don't know, all this evidence suggests?
Well, it's disappointing because the mainstream media is not covering this. It's all about Trump. They're covering everything about Trump. And I know there was a Politico story that came out a couple of days ago that said this investigation of Joe Biden was retaliation for the things that were being done with Trump. That is completely false. This investigation is about public corruption. This investigation is about the crimes that the Biden family's committed. And this investigation is also about the government cover-up. What we found just in the last week is that we were working with Secret Service to try to determine who the people were that tipped off the Biden legal team and the Biden transition team that the IRS was fixing to knock on their door about all these suspicious money wires from foreign agents in foreign countries. And we were having great conversation with the Secret Service. Then all of a sudden, that stopped, and our source with Secret Service said Mayorkas called and told him to stand down, told him not to cooperate with Comer or the House Oversight Committee. So we've already had that with Merrick Garland. Now we're facing that with Mayorkas. So that's why we've subpoenaed Mayorkas for certain records. We're in the process of subpoenaing and trying to get the records from the National Archives that where all the correspondence where Joe Biden used pseudonyms and where he copied his son on things that he said he never discussed with his son. So this investigation continues to make progress. We're swimming uphill here. The media is fighting us. The government's obstructing. But yet I think we find more evidence every day to prove that many crimes have been committed and Joe Biden knew about them all along.
Hey, I don't know if you heard, but there's a report that David Weiss, the so-called special counsel now, is preparing an indictment of Hunter Biden on the gun charge. He lied on the federal form, not a drug user, but he was. And then they threw the gun in the dumpster, I think his girlfriend did. What do you think of that? If that's true, if there's going to be a federal indictment, I think still there's a possibility that they're trying to protect Hunter. This is low-hanging fruit. It's not going to the stuff that you're talking about. What do you make of that?
Well, this is low-hanging fruit. I mean, Hunter Biden has committed at least a dozen crimes. This one would be a distant 12th place on the list of the 12 crimes that he's committed, a distant 12th place. So, this isn't something that I'm concerned about. We haven't even really looked into this one because it small fries compared to money laundering, tax evasion, being an unregistered foreign agent, to the wire fraud, to racketeering. The list goes on and on of major crimes that people serve long years, long periods of time in jail for. This gun crime, I'm watching. Weiss has an opportunity to clear his good name, to prove that he's not a puppet of Merrick Garland. But, to start with this really doesn't get me very excited. I mean, Hunter Biden's committed a dozen crimes, and this is the least serious of all of them.
Congressman James Comer, happy you're on the case, sir. Best to your committee, and keep in touch, Congressman. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.